Finals MVP when he was with KD. Draymond said, quote, Kevin Durant was absolutely incredible in those finals runs. Steph got double-teamed probably 7 times the amount that KD did in a given series. Now, Durant was asked if this was true on Twitter. KD responded, from my view of it, this is 100% false. Draymond then responded back to KD's tweet saying, you have to learn to listen to full takes and not snippets before you get baited into tweeting, champ. Durant didn't change his tune, though. He responded to Draymond with, oh, I've seen it, my brethren. I appreciate the compliments, but I disagree with what you said about double teams. That's all. I love the show. Interesting stuff there. All right, good morning to First Things First co-host Chris Broussard. Chris, jump on this one. Whose side are you on?
Well, let me put it this way. Draymond's right. All right, there's not any coach, player, scout will tell you that defenses paid more attention to Steph Curry than anyone else on the Warriors, including Kevin Durant. And that's because Steph's range, which has, been unmatched, it wreaks havoc on your defense. It opens things up. It spaces the floor for his teammates and opens things up for them. And if you don't double team him on, say, the high pick and roll, he will come right off of it and shoot it. And we see that a lot. And so defenses wanted to stop that. Now, where Draymond messed up was he said 7 times more. Okay, that's an exaggeration.
Right.
And KD knows that they double team. Maybe it was 2 times, 3 times, maybe 4 times more. But that gives KD the out to say, oh, that's 100% false. That's ridiculous, right? But Ty Lue, Skip, even mentioned in February of this year, he said, he was coaching the Cavs, of course, when they met Golden State in the finals. And he said in 2017 and 2018, we blitzed, this is a direct quote, we blitzed Steph Curry with Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson on the floor. That's how dangerous I think he is. So it just is what it is. Now, it's because Steph is more dangerous with his range. KD doesn't shoot nearly as many threes as Steph. But some of it is also because Steph will bring the ball up or have the ball in his hands against the high pick and roll. However, we saw KD struggle against the blitzes that he faced against Boston in the first round this year. Handling the ball, making the right decision on the pass against the blitz, things like that. So, yeah, it's not even, I don't even think it's a debate that defenses game planned more for Steph Curry than they did for Kevin Durant during those years together in Golden State.
I agree with you. But can I say one thing? Draymond was saying why Steph Curry didn't win the MVPs in the final with Kevin Durant. Also, he didn't deserve to win any of the MVPs with Kevin Durant, finals MVP with Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant was just that good, Skip. If you go back and look at Kobe with Shaq, in the 01 finals, Kobe was 25-8-6. Shaq was 33-16. Yeah. You go to the 02 finals, Kobe was 27-6-5. Shaq was 36-12. How the hell you gonna give Kobe one of those MVPs with Shaq doing that?
You're not.
How the hell you gonna give KD? How you gonna give Steph one of these MVPs, even though he's averaging 27, 8, and 9 in 2017, 27 and a half, 6 and 7. KD goes 35, 8 and 5, 29, 11 and 8. So it's not like why Steph Curry didn't. He didn't deserve to win. But just what I said, Chris, I think if Draymond would have just said, well, they did double Steph a lot more than they doubled KD. He didn't have to put a number on it, Skip. He didn't have to say 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. He could have said they doubled Steph a little more than they doubled KD, and so got the ball out of his hands. Right. KD did do a great job. Let's not take anything away from KD. He still had to make those shots, which he made at a very high level. He shot over 50% in that series. So just do it like that. This is what we know about Kevin Durant. Any slight, real or perceived.
And this was real.
Right. Skip, he coming. If he doesn't see it, somebody is going to tweet at what is it, KD, whatever it is. Yeah. They're going to tweet at him. So now it shows up on his timeline. Yep. He sees it. What the hell is this? Oh, no.
That's why Draymond said you got baited into.
Yes.
He's saying you're reading your timeline and you're baited into response.
So, Skip, you know why KD looking like, man, what is this? From my viewpoint, that ain't how I saw it.
100% false.
So that's what it is. Draymond is trying to, because Skip, we know this. Now remember, when LeBron said he would like to play with Steph, what did Steph say? Steph said, oh, that's a great compliment, but I'm cool with where I am. So we know they're going to have each other back. At the end of the day, this three, that triumvirate, they're going to have each other's back.
All right, Mr. Broussard, back to you and your Ty Lue quote, which I was well aware of, that Ty Lue said back in February this year.
Right.
And yet I ask you in 2017 and 2018, who won those series? Well, Cleveland didn't win those series, right?
No.
Oh, Golden State won those series.
They won. Right. Yeah.
So is it possible Ty Lue had the wrong strategy? Maybe he should have doubled Kevin way more than Steph.
No,
is that possible?
They had two of the three best players on the court.
Well, did they pick the wrong poison?
I'll give you this, Skip. First of all, most teams they double Steph more than KD. But some of it is also because KD, I've heard guys say KD can see over the double teams and pass over them easier than Steph with his height. And, it's like you're not going to stop KD. But Steph, maybe you got a shot at slowing one of them down, so they choose Steph. But, yeah, there's reasons. But I think the main one is that Steph is the key cog to that offense, again, even when KD was there.
Okay. Now back to the deeper issue that Draymond had with the media, and I think it's aimed in large part at me. He's saying that if you don't know basketball, then you think that's why Steph didn't deserve any MVPs, but he's always played much better than you think. If you know basketball, you think he did deserve some MVPs.
Not when KD was there.
Okay, but both of you have made the case in 2015. I know Chris has strongly made the case.
That's the one.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And you can make that case even though the X factor, the turning point in the series was the insertion of Iguodala in Game 4 when LeBron had a 2-1 lead in his palace in Cleveland, Ohio, and shot 8 for 22, guarded by Iguodala, who scored 20-odd points on the other end. And here they win and they took off.
Correct.
Because they were down 2-1 without Iggy playing.
Correct.
Right? Although you make the point, at the end of Game 3, he actually played in the fourth quarter.
Cleveland had the big lead.
And made some noise, right?
Yes.
Okay. Right. My issue is that you cannot sweep under the carpet what Steph didn't do in 2016 finals or in the 2019 finals. And I'll start with 2019 because in games 3, 4, 5, and 6, Steph Curry shot 33% from three in those 4 games combined. And obviously he didn't have much of Kevin. And then in the end, he didn't have Clay, obviously at the end of Game 5. So my point is that Draymond, are you just ignoring what Steph didn't do because he let you guys down in games 5, 6, and 7 of 2016? You had 2 of those 3 in your house. And I know he was suspended. Draymond was obviously suspended for Game 5.
Right.
But, man, 5, 6, and 7, Steph was all-time meltdown bad.
But
he was almost as bad as LeBron was in games 4, 5, and 6 in 2011.
But, Skip, in 2016, 2019, they lost. No one is expecting Steph to win the Finals MVP in a losing effort. We're looking at 15, 17, and 18. And the only year in question for me is 2015.
Okay. Why don't you question 2016?
Because they lost.
Okay. By rights, if you're up 3-1 with the 2-time MVP and 2 of the 3 games at home, shouldn't the 2-time MVP say, I got this? Shouldn't he just say, I will close this deal?
But, Skip,
he should have won the MVP that year. That was on a silver platter for Steph Curry.
Yes, because he was a regular season MVP.
Yeah.
But Skip, the thing is that people are questioning is that he's won 3 titles, and in those 3 title runs, he doesn't have any Finals MVP. And Draymond is trying to say, well, I think one of the reasons why is that the amount of double teams that he's seen, especially in the KD era. But in the process of saying, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, well, Steph is seeing these double teams. You're sliding KD. It's like, well, the only reason KD got these numbers that he got is because all the focus was on Steph Curry. And KD's like, nah, bro, that ain't how I look at it. I don't see it like that.
Okay. Question. How many times in how many games do you think Michael Jordan got double teamed? Do you think it was every night, almost every possession? I do.
Yeah.
I do. Larry Bird, let's just whatever great score. Did Larry Bird get double teamed? He got double teamed every night, and nobody thinks about it or brings it up because it did not matter. Because he beat every double team you threw at him.
Well, it did for the longest time until Jordan got some help. Because remember early on when he couldn't get out of the first round, Chris? You remember how the bad boy
Pistons, he would put up numbers, but
he got his numbers.
Right. He put up numbers, but
they weren't efficient numbers.
And
either.
Bird, unlike Steph, whose average in the finals rises from his regular season scoring average of 24 points a game to 26.5 points a game, Bird's scoring average dropped a little. Not much, but like a point from his average in the regular season to the finals. So, look, we scrutinize these dudes a lot more than we scrutinize them. And maybe it's technology, but that's just the fact of the matter. And Steph's had one bad finals, you pointed it out, in 2016, in 5 trips. But who can't we say that about? Other than Jordan, LeBron had Dallas. Magic had 84, Tragic Johnson. We could look at most of them that have been in a finals multiple times